Hi everyone. So this presentation is on behalf of my group, Nadia, Mustafa, then Mustafa, AlDaaod, and of course it's me and Abdullah Hamad. So at first we're going to discuss about the discount rate. So what is a discount rate? A discount rate is any rate of return used in discounted cash flow analysis to determine the present value of future cash flows. When an investor accounts for the present value of future cash flow, the higher the selected discount rate, the more negative is the net present value, and the less valuable is the investment. And next is the hurdle rate. This is the easiest one for me at least. So it is the basically the minimum rate of return on a project or investment required by manager or investor. It allows company to make important decision on whether or not to pursue a specific project, such as you want to invest money on somewhere. Of course, you need to do some calculation that how much profit or how much return I'm gonna make from this project. So hurdle rate is the minimum rate of return of total amount of money or anything that I invested in that project. So what's the relationship between the discount rate and the hurdle rate? So the relationship between the discount rate and the hurdle rate is that in order to select the appropriate discount rate, the company or the corporate investor uses weighted average cost of capital, which is called the WACC, which is commonly referred to the hurdle rate. So it's really, strongly related, those 2 points. Investors use the discount rate to compensate or account for the risk in a selected investment. Although there is no specific formula for discount rate, but both the weighted average cost of capital and the adjusted present value can be used. Whether a Whether, on the other hand, a fund manager may adjust a hurdle rate based on the degree of riskiness of a particular project. Next, we'll be discussing about the opportunity cost and also the cost of capital. So the opportunity cost of investing in a is a loss as a result of choosing not selecting an alternative and settling on other cost, settling on other. And on the other hand, the cost of capital is the cost of a business incurs in borrowing fund. A company may borrow equity or debt. One computes the cost of equity by dividing the dividend by the market price share. Next, the relation between those 2 points is that a company must select the best alternatives, which is opportunity cost, that would exceed its capital cost. Cost of capital in a project, mostly privately owned company, that can be the average cost of financing current projects. Opportunity cost of capital for investment is higher and more important than financial cost of capital. Next, and the last point is rate of return. The expected rate of return is a value uh, an investor requires for their investment. This metric is essential in computing the individual return by their probabilities. These measures is vital in the commutation of standard deviation, variance, coefficient, correlation, and other metrics. It is kind of similar with the hurdle rate, but hurdle rate is the minimum rate of return, and this rate of return, normal rate of return, is the minimum rate of return you expect, and hurdle rate is the minimum rate of return you can get, not what you expect. So next slide. So For me, this is the most important slide in this presentation because we try to put all the points together as a part of the integration of all the points. So discount rate is any rate of return used in a discounted cash flow analysis to determine the present value of future cash flow, whether a hurdle rate is the minimum rate of return on a project or investment required by manager or investor or the company, whatever. And opportunity cost represents the benefit an individual investor, company, or business misses out on when choosing to one alternative over another. Whether the cost of capital refers to the opportunity cost of making a specific investment, it is rate of return that could have been earned by putting the same money in a different investment with equal risk. Yeah, so that was it. And those are the references that we have used to get formulas definition in this presentation. Yep, thank you all.